Hey, well, thanks for joining me, Dylan. It's great to catch up. You're probably the busiest man in Australia at the moment.
Second busiest after you, or maybe equal busiest.
Maybe, I doubt that very much. I actually just wanted to talk, and there's so much to talk about with what's happened, particularly over the last few months in your life. But I just want to step back a little bit. One of the questions I get asked a lot from young people in particular is, Shane, did you have a plan? Did you have a career plan? You know, there's this view that people have these. Did you have a plan?
I didn't really have a plan, but I definitely had big goals. So I didn't write down, this year this is going to happen, this year this is going to happen, but I would be lying to say if I didn't have big dreams and goals. And the main one was to normalise disability and mainstream it in a way where it became normal. So, the example that I give is, we look back now and you see me on TV and there's millions of people watching it and the crowd's full and it kind of feels normal. Yeah. But that was so far from normal, 8 years ago. And did I think that would happen? Absolutely not. And I think one of the big ones is, people say to me, did you think one day you would win Australian of the Year? And I thought to myself, I didn't think I would win it. I didn't think anybody like me would win it. Anybody with a severe physical disability could ever do that. And it's not because of me, it's because of we. We did that together. But for sure, I had those big goals and dreams, and I actually can't believe they actually came true.
So then you have this big aspiration. Do you sort of break it down then and think about, that's great to have a long-term aspiration. How far out do you actually have a plan? Like, what am I doing next month, next year, next 3 years? How do you think about that?
Yeah, definitely with your sporting career. I think in terms of sport, it revolves around a 4-year calendar for the Olympic or Paralympic Games. So we definitely do that. I think with tennis, because you're playing so much, it's not like a swimmer who peaks once a year. We got Grand Slams all year. We got lots of different tennis tournaments. So you got to try and keep it going. But in terms of my, bigger goals, which is changing perceptions of people with disabilities, not really too much, to be honest. I call it I got a bit of a get stuff done attitude, where if I want to do something, I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find out a way to do it and keep knocking down doors and trying, smashing down that glass ceiling. But in saying that, I've had to get a lot better at planning, especially my diary. Because I'm getting about 200 requests a day at the moment, mostly from you actually. So obviously we say yes. But it's incredible. The response at the moment has been incredible from the Australian public, and people want to catch up and do things. So yeah, mate, I'm pretty grateful.
How are you going to manage that? I mean, you can't do everything. You have to be focused, and you also have to make sure you don't sort of overdo it, where people say, "Oh my, there's Dylan again," right?
I'm on every tram with my ANZ ads, so they're already like that. You can hear in my voice, I've been doing a lot of talking, but look, I'm going to try and do as much as I can, but the reason I did retire, one reason why I retired from tennis, is to get my life back a bit, hang out with my partner more, go on holidays. So I'm really determined to make sure I still do that this year, but also to be given this platform with someone with a disability to talk about things that not only I'm passionate about, where you can actually have serious change. I've kind of broken it down to 3 things that I want to achieve: a fully funded guaranteed NDIS, free PPE and RAT tests for people with disabilities, and help change the level of employment for people with disabilities, get them more opportunities to work. So if it doesn't fit within those three things, well, then it's going to be hard to do this year. But in saying that, I am very grateful for all the messages, and I promise you, I read them, I see them, and I want to do everything, but it might be a bit hard to do.
Right. So you talked about retirement, but that's retirement of like a phase of your life. You're not retiring forever and things. So how, again, thinking about the future, do you have, you don't have to share them with us, but I think people are interested in about how people think about their future and plan things. So, do you have some other dreams beyond tennis? We've got the big dream about normalising disability, but professionally.
Yes, I was spinning a lot of plates. I've been doing that for a while. Obviously, the work I do at my foundation, the Dylan Alcott Foundation, I love, my consulting firm, GSA, work in the media, heaps of different things. But, we're talking about plans and that before. The reason I decided to retire is because I'm purpose-driven, and my purpose is to change perceptions so people with disability can live the lives they deserve to live. So I asked myself, do I need to play tennis anymore to do that purpose? And I don't think I do. I think I've tapped into everything that I could have done on the tennis court. And that's why, I made the decision to retire from tennis. But as you said, not everything else. I want to do a bit of acting. Do you know any acting agents? Can you help me out? But I mean this. Like, I'm part of the ANZ family, mate, and it means so much to me. But I'm away a lot where I can't do things sometimes that I wanted to do. So I'm so excited to be here more, to do things with people that have supported me, not only throughout my career, but mostly throughout my life. And I'm really excited about it. And, I felt like as I said, really, really had an incredible support network through my tennis career that have helped me do what I wanted to do. And it's time for somebody else to, with an athlete with a disability to get the exposure that I've been lucky enough to get. And when I'm hanging around, it's hard to do that. And I got that, so I'm really excited for whoever that is to take the mantle and change it. But now I've got more time to do other things that I'm passionate about, and I'm bloody excited about it.
You're probably one of the, I imagine it's very few sports people in the country that has become a brand. Like you just have to say Dylan, like people know who we're talking about. How do you manage that in your own, how do you keep grounded and not take that too seriously, or do you take it seriously?
Oh, I mean, I'm very grateful for it, first and foremost. Like, I wouldn't say I don't, but the example I give is the day before I won Australian of the Year and the day after, I felt the same about myself. That didn't change the way that I viewed myself, and I didn't need to win Australian of the Year to advocate for my community. I was, but it's given me a huge platform. But, I used to be extrinsically motivated by things like that, awards, recognition, whatever it is. But I really changed my mindset to be intrinsically motivated. And the things that motivates me is how you think about me, because we're friends. Right. How my family thinks about me, being a good person, things like that. That's my main thing. Awards, accolades and stuff, they're awesome for sure, but they don't change the way that I feel about myself. So, that took time. That took 28 years for me to feel like that, because the reason I needed those extrinsic motivators is because I didn't feel worthy all the time because I was disabled, right? And it took me so long to come to terms with my disability and who I am. And it's like a weight off your shoulder when you're like that, because you perform better, because you've got less pressure, because you don't care if you're going to win or lose. And, mate, I'm thankful that it took me a long time to get that. But the biggest reason I am like that is the people around you. The people, I don't think would have you still been my friend if I didn't win Australian of the Year? I hope so. Yes. Look at that smile. Maybe, but I mean that, you know what I mean? And my family and that, they're the ones who keep your feet or your wheels on your ground. And, mate, I'm very lucky that I've got a good team around me.
Yeah. Now, you talked about coaching, and obviously in a sport that's critical, both mental and physical. Now that you're not in that professional sport, so how do you think about coaching around your life? Because obviously you'll have some massive decisions to make around yourself and where you put your time and how you do keep grounded. I mean, will you maintain some of those sort of more, whether they're called coaching or not, but just talking to people and seeking advice and
Definitely. I mean, it's about meeting new people and talking about that. And, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you sent me an amazing text message after I did retire saying that you're always there for me if I ever need anything or you want to hear a new voice. And I was like, I love that so much that you said that, because we all go to the gym every day, right? People go to the gym all the time, but as soon as someone says, I'm going to go see a psych or a mindset coach or reach out to someone to get some help, everyone goes, you all right? I'm like, well, it's the same, isn't it? Training your mind is the same way as training physically. In saying that, I've got to make sure I keep going to the gym. Otherwise, I won't be able to fit in the doorway, I reckon, because I've been used to training for so long. But, mate, I'm going to 100% keep using that. And sport was one of the best things to happen to me, to teach me things like, the ability to have some resilience or fight through when you're having some adversity or whatever it is. And it's even just teaching you how to work hard and things like that. It's been so important to me. So I will definitely keep using those elements of sport, but I'm not going to lie, I'm very excited that I've retired, because I can't wait. I'm ready to put my resources and my energy into something else, and, mate, I'm excited about it.
So you're still going to play tennis for the love of it?
No way. Somebody asked me, do you want to go over here? No chance.
It's fascinating. I find that fascinating. I'm not a big sports person, but for whatever reason, I quite like reading some sports biographies. Yeah. That always surprises me, the number of golf players and tennis players, and then when they put down the club or the racket, it's like, it's over.
Can I give you an example? Right?
Yeah.
It's like if you said to me on a Sunday, do you want to go have a hit of tennis? And I'd be like, yep, as long as you come and do my banking. And you'll go, why would I do you?
I'm in.
I
love big numbers.
On a Sunday, and then you'd be like, why would I do your banking on a Sunday?
You're right.
Exactly. And people go, oh, that makes sense, because I don't really think about it as a job. But I will still keep fit, because I did 2-week hotel quarantine after the US Open when I was lucky enough to finish off the Golden Slam. I did nothing. Drank beers, ate bad food, did nothing. And my mental health was affected the most when I wasn't active. So I learned that lesson. So I'm going to keep making sure I stay fit. But tennis, no chance. At least not for a long time.
Okay. Yeah. Well, great talking to you. Good luck with all those events. Boy, try to keep out of trouble. I mean, 200 requests a day. I hope you've got good people around you helping you sort through it all.
Mate, that's like a normal day for you, right? So what are you talking about? Hey, every time we do one of these, we're a good two-man band.
Yeah, I
We
think
should,
we
we
could
need
start a
some-
media company.
Where
We
are
would
our
do-
radio offers, TV?
They'll be coming. That was probably half of those 200.
If anyone's watching, right, I'm saying, we're here at the moment, but we'll jump ship, all right? You let us know what we need.
All right, good to meet you.
See you, mate.
See
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks very much. Good luck.